50-pound Mounjaro weight loss, 17 tips that I wish I had known before starting my Mounjaro injection. My friends, hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm Countess of Shopping. I've lost 50 pounds literally in the past 5 months, almost 5 months with using Mounjaro. I have listed down below a free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist, a free encouragement group, a ton of free resources in the description. I'm doing a get ready with me as I talk to you guys about 17 things I wish I had known before starting my Mounjaro prescription. Let's get started. Everything I'm going to be doing a get ready with me will be linked down in the description link below, and all of the resources I'm talking about will be linked down below too for you. So that way you can snag all of my stuff that I'm sharing. So I've lost 50 pounds as of right now of filming this video. And this was on sale. The PMD one is on sale, and I'm going to link that down below. Trying to get my neck a little bit more snatched. Do a little bit further. So one thing I would say is that my doctor had said to me, but maybe your doctor didn't say to you, was don't start if you think you're going to stop. For me, my doctor, and again, no judgment on this, like everyone to each their own, like you do you, boo. But this is what my doctor told me. Elizabeth, this is a lifelong drug. If you're going to start, you need to like do this for the rest of your life. And I want you to consider that before I prescribe this to you. And I really appreciate that she said that, because there's more and more information coming out about how GLP-1s, not just Mounjaro, but WEGOVY, Ozempic, and some of these other ones that are coming down the pipeline. I'm using the #1 best-selling Snail, Mucin, railing against that Ozempic face. So not to start if I thought that I was going to stop, because it's not good to start. And I'm not talking about shortages, because right now I'm knee deep in Mounjaro 10 milligrams. I cannot find it anywhere near me. It's driving me crazy. This has been like the second or third month in a row that I'm like having to spend hours talking to pharmacies to try to find this daggone thing, which is really frustrating. Really frustrating. So that was the first tip, #1 for me. And again, we have several people, and I would love to know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I mean, maybe you have a different thought, or maybe your doctor told you something else. And so this is a safe space, which we do have a free Mounjaro encouragement group, and I have a free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist. Make sure you snag that down below. So put in the comments, what are your thoughts on that? Because some people, and it's been awesome over on Countess of Shopping Instagram and Countess of Shopping TikTok, I'm going to put on my tinted moisturizer, have said, hey, Elizabeth, I started it, but I'm going to switch over to Saxenda, or I'm going to switch over to other Contrave or things like that. I'm just getting to a certain point. For me, that was not what my doctor told me, but I'm super curious. You tell me. Again, no judgment, no guilt, no shame, no combination. We definitely don't have those here at Countess of Shopping. #2, Mounjaro weight loss tips I wish I had known before I started was tracking my protein better. Tracking my protein a little bit better in terms of muscle mass, because there's so much coming out about muscle mass loss with heavy weight loss, not just Mounjaro weight loss, not just WEGOVY weight loss, or with Ozempic losing weight, is how much protein comes into play and muscle mass lost. And so I wish there is a scale that I have, and I will link this down below, that tracks in conjunction, it tracks your 13 different biorhythms. So like weight loss, BMI, muscle mass, it tracks all that for you. I wish I had tracked that earlier. Like I've just recently started tracking all of that. Next up, I bought, and I'm trying, it's the Gucci Silk Priming Serum. I'm just literally using this for the 3rd time. I don't know if I like it yet or not. It'll be down below if you're interested in trying it, but it smells like roses. It smells really good as a primer, or like a serum. So I wish I had tracked that earlier. So I have this scale, it's like under 20 bucks. And by the way, that scale also syncs with the smart measuring tape. This thing is awesome. It's 20, 30 bucks, somewhere in that ballpark. When it's not on sale, I think it's maybe 40 bucks, somewhere in there. And then this also syncs with that same scale. So you have one app to track all of your stuff. So you're not like, where's my paper and pencil? Where did I, like, it's all in one place, which I really appreciate for like the ease of like, I just want to know my freaking weight loss data. You know what I'm saying? And we have down below, we meaning I, have created 125 protein ideas for you. If you're like, I don't know what protein to eat, I've got those listed for you down below too. #3, Mounjaro weight loss, I wish I had known sooner, was making quick proteins. I live a very high cadence life. I'm working to examine that as I go through this weight loss journey of maybe slowing that down a little bit. I'm going to use the Continuous Corrective SPF Serum. I'm just going to use it underneath my eyes for these dark circles. Having quick proteins because, for example, this week it's the last week of school, or it's the last 2 weeks of school. And so I'm running around to all these kid parties and kid stuff. And last night I'm like, I have not eaten and I'm so hungry. And I ended up snagging a really good protein bar. Do I want to eat protein bars every day? No, I like having fresh food. That for me makes me really, really happy. But it was like a good is good enough type thing. So I do have an Amazon live show that I did showing the different, here's my neck cream. I've got 2 different ones, an expensive one and an inexpensive one. Pick which one would suit your fancy if you're looking for a new neck cream for tightening. But having quick proteins on hand, mastering that skill set of like, boom, here's my protein, boom, having a really, really quick protein with that. This is another, this was the Gucci one is a serum. This one is a face primer, but it has SPF on that, which is like what I really want, why I'm using it. Number 4, the mental game that comes with losing weight. Having lost 50 pounds now with Mounjaro weight loss, I knew that there was going to be a mental mind game with this, but I didn't know the extent of the mind game that I was going to have with this. That having, for me, a therapist, a spiritual advisor, I've been listening to Audible a lot. There's a promo going on, by the way, with Audible. I'll link it down below. If you want to listen to books on Audible, I will link that discount code. And things on Amazon are always subject to change, but as of right now, there's a deal going on. I will link that down below. If you want this, season of your life to walk around listening to things to help with mindset, to help with like deeper healing, that for me has been huge and a really important part of my story of there's more underneath. I didn't gain all this weight through my unhealthy eating, without having mental stuff that comes with it that needs to be healed. I fully recognize that. I understand that. And for me, I don't want to gain all this weight back. I'm losing this. This is going to be like, this is it. I'm burning the bridges. I'm not going back to that old way. I cannot. And so changing up here, changing in here, spiritual, mental, all of that. And combining that, I have to have outside help. So I do talk to a therapist that has a doc. She's like a doctor, a therapist, like a really good one, to talk and heal this deep stuff, because otherwise for me, it will come back. If I don't change my mindset and my mind and heal that trauma associated with it, it will come back. For me, I've been around the block too many times. Hello. I'm not doing this again. Number 5 in Mounjaro weight loss tips I wish I had known earlier is movement more, but underneath my desk. I knew, but I didn't really know. By the way, this is one of my favorite. It's the Laneige lip mask. If you have dry, crusty lips, this thing is the bomb. It makes your lips so soft, silky, and smooth. Number 5 was movement underneath my desk, because I do work a bunch at my desk, moving there. So I now have an under the desk elliptical, an under the desk bike. I have one that's on sale, by the way, and I'll link those down below, but also an under the desk treadmill. I haven't gotten that yet just because I don't have the space. Like I owned one and I need to get my space set up better. So anyways, I have one that was on sale this week. Of course, prices are subject to change, but if you were thinking about getting one of those, that price was amazing. And moving more underneath my desk, those ellipticals and bikes literally just move my shoulders like this. If I'm on a Zoom call, no one can really see. If I'm doing other stuff where I'm sitting at my desk, like deep in thought, it actually helps me walk through the cadence and rhythm of solving the problem. Like if I'm frustrated, like my feet will go like this, and I maybe do it for 5 or 10 minutes, and then go do something else, and then come back and do it for another 5 or 10 minutes. So throughout the day, I've done it for like 30 minutes, and I've burned several hundreds of calories through movement. They say that sitting is the new smoking, and so I'm trying to move more as I sit. That for me has worked out well. Whatever works well for you for movement. Number 6. Water. I had a weight loss stall. I shared about this in another video. And one of the root causes, I firmly believe, was water challenges. I'm going to put my palette down below for you. Water challenges. I wasn't drinking enough water. And so I have gotten 4 or 5 now cups. A couple of them are Stanleys. A couple of them are like, this is a inspired Stanley. I will link the expensive Stanley ones down below, and then also the inspired ones down below. I've tested a few because I am texture sensitive. So one of them had a silicone straw, the Mucin one. And so I'm not able to drink that anymore because the silicone straw started to really bother me. It was like metal with a silicone tip. So these type of straw, I'm like Goldilocks and the Three Bears with my water cup. But these I love. They are on back order right now for a lot of them because they're so popular. Like, they're hugely popular. So just FYI, allow extra travel time for them. I will link them down below, the ones that are on sale and are available as of right now. But that's tip number 6. I made note cards. And that's tip number 6. Tip number 7, gratitude. Gratitude, coming from a place of gratitude. And I'm going to talk about that now. We left out talking about gratitude. I am using my T3. I'm obsessed with T3, by the way. They're so smart. In fact, I think their products are smarter than I am. They're smart tools. I use my Kish overnight curling. They're like the satin curls. They're heatless. But I always have to go in and touch it up with my T3 because T3 fixes everything. And sometimes I just want like light curls, which is why I like the Kish one, which I will link down below. But really, if you need to look professional, which I do today, I'm going to be on a professional set for a show. I can't have like crunchy. Sometimes the Kish makes like crunchy hair, so I'm gonna fix it with my T3. So going back to weight loss, Mounjaro things is gratitude, of literally like gratitude for modern medicine, gratitude for doctors, gratitude for like this whole process we did not have. My grandmother suffered greatly, lost a leg in part because of obesity, and she didn't have these tools that we have. And how grateful am I that I do, and that I have a chance for a second life. And that really, literally, if I think about it, makes me cry. So gratitude, staying in gratitude for me is really important on this journey. Number 8 is calming, because I don't have food to calm myself anymore. Having other techniques is really important. So I've gotten really serious about like baths and showers and figuring out how to like chill out. I will link down below my show that I did on like chilling out tools that I use, like certain scents, candles, stuff like that, like just to kind of wind down. We have been using my husband and I use this app for meditation, which is amazing. My son even uses it. It's science-based to help change the brain. I'm forgetting the name of it, but I'll link it down below. That is really another helpful way through prayer and meditation. That one's awesome. Number 9 for my Mounjaro weight loss tips. I wish I knew earlier. One of them is protein, but through protein ice cream that I make from scratch. It is so good. It is so easy. It's not crazy expensive. Right now it's actually on sale again. Prices are subject to change, but that's one of my favorite things. Is my Ninja Creamy ice cream maker. Makes the best protein ice cream. I had ice cream for lunch yesterday. 50 pounds down on it, but it's protein. It's literally like protein ice cream. I will link my show how you make it, because it's not hard to make at all. Once you get the tips down for it, it's like the easiest thing to make. That's been really helpful because I get really full. Like I said earlier about like protein stuff. Of course, fresh is best. Of course, fresh food is best, but sometimes that's just not an option. And sometimes I want something a little sweet too. And so that is helpful for me with the protein ice cream. Like I just feel so, like I really like it quite a bit. I like the flavoring. I like the texture. I like that it's ice cream because it's hot, and it tastes really good too. So I wish I had known that like since day one. Make protein ice cream. It's easy. And again, you guys know I'm like the Swedish chef. So anything cooking wise has got to be simple for me. And that's one of my simple hacks. Number 10, loose skin. I have loose skin from all the times I've been and lost weight. And so I'm really against that. The only true way to fix that is through surgery for me. But I do have some creams that I've been using. They're not miracle workers, but they definitely work, of where it tightens my skin. If you were asked where I put it, I'm like all over my body, my arms, my legs, my hands, my stomach. Like I put it everywhere. It's awesome. It's a great cream. I don't use it on my neck or my face, but everywhere else basically, because it tightens instantaneously. Like you can see a quick, noticeable difference with, I'm like, ooh, she is snatched. You know what I mean? Like I can immediately tell that it like came in, did its job, it did the dang thing. So I will link that also down below. Number 11, I don't know what that one is, so I'm going to say, I can't read my handwriting. Number 11, I'm going to say is better sleep through magnesium, making sure I'm having my electrolytes, which I use LMNT. They have been very gracious to give us a free sample pack. If you make any purchase with LMNT, they will give you a free sample pack, which I just ordered the new grapefruit. I have not tried it yet, but I just ordered it, their new grapefruit flavor. But they have a free sample pack with any purchase, even like the smallest purchase, you can still get that sample pack for free. I'll link that down below. And also my magnesium pills, I take those at night. It takes some time to build up in your system, so I am consistent about that. And it's really, my sleep has been dramatically different. Dramatically. Like I used to have horrible sleep. Oh, it was torturous. And then I'd be so tired throughout the day. And this is like because of Mounjaro. I'm saying it wrong. I keep saying it wrong. Mounjaro. So the magnesium has been helpful. That was number 11, and I forget the other two. We're going to come back to those other two. So number 12 is, I can't read my handwriting. 12 is factoring how long it takes to get the medication. Right now I'm knee deep in a shortage for Mounjaro 10 milligrams in my area. I cannot find it anywhere. This has been the second or third month that I've had that happen. It's very frustrating. I feel like every single month I spend at least 10 hours trying to acquire a new prescription and get my medication, and it's such a waste of time and it drives me nuts. And I have not factored that in, that's just part of this, and my type A personality detests that I have to be so inefficient trying to get the medication, but that's just part of it, unfortunately. I have switched over to Push Health right now to prescribe my medication because I could not get a hold of my doctor easily, and that got very frustrating too. So I've switched over to Push, and I like that. It's really quick to get my prescription. I do need to get a blood panel done. I am going to be getting that done just to make sure everything is good. But I feel pretty comfortable with the lady over at Push. The lady, she's a doctor. Let me give her her respect. She is an MD. I feel very comfortable with her, and she's nice, and I like her, and we have good conversations. Like I can ask questions, and she's been really helpful, and she's been really quick. That's the other thing is like I submit that thing, and very quickly turn around, I get a prescription. Because make sure if you do use Push Telehealth, and I'm not compensated by them by any means. I wish I was, but I'm not because I really like their service. It's easy. It's an easy process, but you do need to be thorough on your thing about what you're needing, what like all of their questions they ask you, because I've heard of people getting declined for the prescriptions by not being specific. So you can't just like prescription grab. You need to like document your medical hit. Like this is medical. They take it seriously. You have to submit your driver's license to show that you're you. Like there's steps. Like this is like a legitimate business and not. I've heard of other people having weird experiences. I haven't had that at all with weird experiences with companies that are telehealth that are not Push. Push has only been amazing to me. Only have good things to say about them. So, and that helped cut out some of the time because literally one week, no joke, I spent at least 10 hours tag teaming back and forth trying to get a hold of my doctor. She's dealing with colds and flus. She's not dealing with, but she's very proficient in GLP-1s, which is why I love her. But her and her nurse were just, they're busy and they can't handle, like, this is not their primary business, is doing prescriptions for GLP-1s. So going over to Push, it's been very helpful and I like it a lot better. But then it's just getting it from the pharmacy and finding it, and like, it's just a whole process. So something to keep in mind, the time that it's going to take to be able to get it. Okay, my last few ones, I can't read my handwriting on there, but I did want to say that this has been a family thing. I also didn't realize, and so we'll make this the next tip, the ripple effect this was going to have on my family of it's changing. Those what those were, was changing relationships. Relationships, positive and some negative, have changed as a result of my weight loss. With my husband, I love him so much that he has been an incredible human being. The Count has been with me in marriage, and we've been together since I was 18. And like how fabulous he's been with this whole process. And that has been awesome and amazing, and I'm super, super grateful for that. Other relationships I'm finding as I get healthier, because I'm working to get myself healthier, not just physically, but mentally too, and emotionally and spiritually, and like all that. Some of these relationships I've had are changing. And that's okay. We're meant to evolve. Hello, that's why we have opposable thumbs, is we're meant to evolve as human beings, and that it's not going to stay the same way. But it still feels a little, I don't know, sad for some of my relationships that I've had that I'm like, dang, it's just different. It's different. I think I'm going to recurl that one. And that makes me sad because some of the relationships, I wish they would still be the way that they were, and they're not. I'm different. Those people are different, and that makes my heart sad. But it's also part of this process too, is I'm getting healthier, and some people are for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And I know that other amazing blessings are going to come in. And I know also there's this Casting Crown song that I listen to on repeat right now because it's Along the Desert Road. This one piece is driving me nuts. It's called Along the Desert Road, and it's about like walking by yourself. And for me, walking with God, which feels like by myself, but God's with me, but walking by myself. And that's just where I'm at right now in my weight loss journey. I'm not by myself, obviously, like, hello, like, I'm not. But at times it can feel lonely. And walking along that desert road, I am increasing my walk with God. And I think that that's part of this too. So let me go back, and I'm going to come back to the next tip. Tip for my Mounjaro weight loss that I didn't expect on my 50-pound Mounjaro weight loss journey, which I wish I had known at the beginning, was having harder conversations with myself. Because when you strip away, for me, I'll use I statements. When I strip away the food, then there's this stuff that needs to be healed, which goes back to one of the beginning things that I had said about talking with a therapist. But it has created harder conversations within myself, questioning my values, my beliefs, in a good way, and in like a really, really good way, that I need to have some of these things questioned of where I want to go here in this life, you know? And am I making those decisions that I want to be making now that I'm getting healthier? What do I truly want to do? I've been a workaholic for a long, long time. And now that there's this whole new world opening up of where I feel emotionally healthier, physically healthier, what do I really want to do? And so it's harder conversations. I was not expecting that. I thought, oh, I'm just going to lose some weight. I'm going to be able to be healthier to be with my kid and my husband. But that's also challenged some of my, you take food away, then like coping skills and things like that, like things have changed in a good way, And it's a good thing. I don't think I like this lipstick. I'm staring at it and I'm like, I don't think it's too dark. That's really, really dark. With my dramatic makeup, sometimes bordering on drag queen like. It's okay, I love it. Hold on, I want to be a queen. Wait, let me wipe that off. I gotta get a different color on there. I don't think I have another color. Oh, fiddlesticks, I didn't bring any other colors over. Okay, we're just gonna use the peaches, but hopefully that wiped it off enough. But having those hard conversations, I think, is challenging. If you have not joined my free encouragement group, make sure you go ahead and do so. I do have a paid encouragement group, which is amazing. It's a really in-depth group. It only costs $9.99 a month as of right now, though. But we talk pretty much every day. We have weekly video chats. It's really a tight-knit group, which I love. I love them to pieces, and it's been really helpful. That's also listed down below, my 125 protein ideas and my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist. So make sure you click that follow button and subscribe if you haven't already done so that way this content will continue to show for you and continue to show in the algorithm for you. I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Bye, friends.